Hello, my friends. Welcome to my spiritual sanctuary. My name is Sandra. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in. Come on in and have a seat, relax. And today is Feng Shui Friday. As every Friday, we do Feng Shui on Friday with a different discussion on a different topic. If you're new to the channel, I want to say welcome, welcome. So glad to have you. I hope you'll come back. Please hit the thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell on the side, and then you'll be notified of future videos that come out. And if you are returning to the channel, I want to say thank you so much. Appreciate your support and being a part of my community. You know how much I love all of you, and thank you so much for being here today. So we have a Feng Shui Friday today, and I sent the email newsletter out on Wednesday, and I hope everybody that's on the mailing list did receive it. If you are not on the mailing list, please, there's a link below. Please go on there and sign up so that you get the email newsletter. And I think what I'm going to do is go back to Fridays again for both Feng Shui Friday and the email newsletter next week, because it's a little easier for me to combine both the video that I do on Feng Shui Friday and the newsletter together. It hasn't been received as well on a Wednesday when there's no video as when I combine the two together. So it seemed to be a good fit for everybody to watch the video and see the newsletter at the same time. So I'm going to go back to what I originally had done before, and that's doing Feng Shui Friday on Fridays with sending out the email newsletter starting next Friday, okay? So let's talk about Feng Shui. I hope everybody has recovered from the Lionsgate portal opening 8/8 and the Leo new moon, and I hope everybody did their Leo new moon wishes. And that was what I had put in my email newsletter this week, is making the wishes for every aspect of the Bagua, of the Feng Shui Bagua. So all of the life aspirations. So if you haven't seen that, please go ahead and join the mailing list so that you can get that newsletter. And it really, if you've been with me before, you know the different life areas and the different sectors. I am going to go through them real briefly because in the newsletter I did have the flying stars for the new month of the Yang Fire Monkey that started on August 7th and it goes until September 6th. So all of the planetary aspects in your house or business are changing around. And if you don't have the newsletter, I go into detail on each sector. Then I'm going to just kind of briefly let everybody know tonight what that is, that is. As I am going through my topic for the week, which is going to be setting up children's study areas for back to school. Because I have 5 grandkids, believe it or not, and they are all going back to school this week. Not one of them is doing home study anymore. Maybe that you're finding that your children are going back to school, or maybe you're finding that they're doing homeschooling because it has been what you've decided to do. It's a personal decision. I'm not here to, say one way or the other which is better. It's not my place. But what I am an expert in is setting up spaces for home study, for home offices, if you have a home office, and for setting up spaces for children. It's very important for the children to have their own little study area and not put them at a kitchen table where everybody's eating dinner, or in their bedroom is fine, but there has to be a little place for it. And that way they can concentrate and get centered in their concentration when they are in full-blown study mode. It's also beneficial for children to have a place to go so they can switch on that gear of concentration and study, and not be distracted by video games, toys, maybe neighboring children at the windows or coming to the door, or all of those distractions which children will find that they get even from other siblings in the house if they don't have a dedicated study area. So everybody knows when they're in their dedicated study area that they are in full study mode and not to be disturbed. Just like as an adult, when we have a home office and we work from home, and on our doorknob, we close the door when we go in to do our work, and we expect not to be disturbed because we are in full work mode and we cannot be disturbed or distracted. So the children need the same thing. Oftentimes, I don't think parents realize it enough. They need the same place to go to so that the energy is in that area for study, cultivation, and that kind of thing. So I'm going to kind of give you some ideas as far as the planetary changes, where that might be most beneficial for the children this month, okay? And then permanently as well, okay? So I know sometimes it's hard if you don't have space in your house to have a separate area, but you can put it in the bedroom. If they're sleeping in with doubling up on children in like one room, just set a place aside in that room where each child can have even just a corner where they can set up all of their books and their study materials and all of their office supplies, so they're all set up, okay? If you prefer them to be in the room with you so that you can help them, like the smaller children, like I know my granddaughter, my grandson is 8, just turned 8 2 days ago, and when he was homeschooling, my daughter had a place set up for him in the family room, and she was in the kitchen working, so she could keep an eye on him and answer questions and that kind of thing. So whether you set up a space in the family room for the child or children, or if you set something into a kitchen area where there's a little corner there that you can set up a desk with office supplies. But ideally, it's going to be someplace where they are not going to be disturbed by distractions, okay? A quiet place in the house. And generally, you can find at least one place like that for children to study. So next I want to talk about is the aspect of direction and desk placement for children, okay? So the ideal place to have their desk positioned is against a solid wall, their back to a solid wall. Okay, now my back is not to a solid wall here, but I'm not going to be studying here. I'm just doing filming today, and I'm in my position in my home for advantageous filming. However, when we are setting up a desk space or even a reading chair for a child, it's important that we have a solid backing behind them, not a window, not a door, not anything like a table. A solid backing will give them a feeling of support, okay? It'll be easier for them to concentrate, okay, if they have a solid wall behind them. An expansive view over the entire space is ideal, and with laptops, iPads, that kind of thing, that is possible. So you are sitting with your back to the wall, and then your front of you is facing the entire space, the room, the entire space ahead. So you are not constantly looking behind you to see what's going on, or people aren't walking behind you to distract you, or noises and things aren't coming from behind. So that's important. So back to a solid wall, expansive view over the entire room, and in a power position of the home, okay? What do I mean by power position of the home? Not in the front of the house where people are going to be knocking at doors, not where cars are going to be pulling up at the front of the house. The energy in the front of the house where the front door is, like the street area, is not as conducive to concentration. It's not considered the power place, the power position, like the back of the house, okay? The back of the house is ideal. So it's quiet and it creates an essence of feeling bigger than you really are, okay? Having more power, igniting that third chakra. So I equate it to most of the CEO. If you go into an office, most of the higher ups in the company, the CEOs, all of the executives in the company, the salespeople in this company, you notice that they're always at the back of the office, either the back left-hand corner or the back right-hand corner. And that is because they are at the back of the space where they will not be disturbed. That is the power position. That has the more, it gives you more a sense of the essence of being powerful and being in command and being a boss and being in control. So if you can set up something in the back of the house, it's more beneficial than in the front of the house, okay? Now, every child, based on their astrology, has a good direction that they should be facing when they're working, and also a good direction when they're sleeping, and that's where their head should be. Top of their head should be facing on the pillow. So the only way to know that what their good direction is based on their year of birth, is to consult with me, and I can give you that information. There's 4 different ones, but there's one that's really the best, okay? And if your child is facing in that direction, they have a tendency to be in alignment with the universal flow of their constitution, and they're in more alignment with the universe and the ability to focus, okay? So if you would like me to do that for you, just go ahead and email me at myspiritualsanctuaryinfo@gmail.com, and I will get that off to you, okay? So I just need their birth date, so year, and if you would want any more information on their astrology, then of course their whole the whole birth date with the time. So that's really important, is to have them facing their good direction in the power position with a solid backing and an expansive view over the entire room. Now, let's just say, you're an adult and you have a home office. This holds true for you as well, okay? Don't forget those principles. Those are very important principles in Feng Shui. So every time a consultant goes in to do a home office or looks at a child's space, that's what we look for most importantly, okay? There's other factors that come into play, but those are the most important ones, okay? And then lastly, but not least, is color. Color is very important for a room and the cellular aspect of what that color does to us. So again, with a birth chart, if I looked at your birth chart or your child's birth chart, there are 5 elements and 12 animal signs that we use in Chinese astrology. And out of those 5 elements are our entire constitution. So those would be wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. And we are comprised of all of those elements. And all of those elements are productive to our constitution or destructive to our constitution. And if you know anything about acupuncture, that's exactly what acupuncture is based on, okay? So these are Chinese medicine principles. So that holds true for Feng Shui as well. So we want to make sure that if your child needs a fire element in his chart because he's got too much water, let's say, then let's build up some more action, more fire in the colors that are surrounding him. So we're going to look at colors on a cellular aspect of how that's affecting the child on a cellular level. Also, you know, for sleep is more of the healing colors, is more beneficial, like the blues and the greens. All right, and you know, not so much the vibrant colors like red or orange. Okay, so those are fire colors, red and orange. They on a cellular level, they activate our action, get us going, right? Orange is like stands out. That's why they use it for stop signs and construction signs. Red, all right, same thing. Red stoplight means, you know, it gets us right there to stop, to take an action. Okay, but the blues, like the color that you're seeing behind me and my shirt, is more soothing. It's more meditative. It's more going within, more yin. All right, and so that is what we look at when we're dealing with a study area or a home office. What kind of work are you doing there, and what color is going to be most beneficial for whatever use you have in that area. And then we're going to look at your astrology chart and see what is the best colors for you based on your constitution. Okay, so we look at the weak elements and the strong elements, and we try to balance those out so that we have an even yin and yang aspect coming together to be the whole person. Okay, so that's a little bit about home offices. It's not a lot, it's just enough to kind of have you thinking in that direction. Now, if you would like a consultation for your children, or if you'd like one for your home office, or even your office outside the home, then please go ahead and contact me through email. That's how you can contact me, is myspiritualsanctuaryinfo@gmail.com. That's the best way, is because I can connect with you through email, and we can exchange phone numbers, and then I can call you and we can talk and set something up for you. Okay? So when we look at the flying stars, I said I'm briefly going to go over that, and I'm just going to briefly go over it. Okay, if you get my newsletter, you're going to get the whole enchilada. But briefly, we're looking at the Fire Monkey month, and in the southeast this month we have the 5 and 7 stars. So again, the southeast is not a great area to spend a lot of time because of those two. 5 is the star of misfortune, and 7 is the star of robbery, and they bring illness and arguments and misfortune. Okay, so don't want to have a home office in the southeast sector of your home if you can help it, or a bedroom or a front door. Definitely contact me for a consultation. Okay, if you're in the south, that has the 1 and 3 star, and that is very good this month, and it is fame and career promotion. And go ahead and spend time in that area in the south sector of your home. That would be a great place to have a home office, or to have a little study area for your children as well. In the southwest sector, we have the 3 and 5 star this month. 3 is the star of arguments, 5 is the star of misfortune. If you remember, not a good placement for this month. So try to remain out of the southwest sector if you can. Illness, accidents, and obstacles are occurring in the southwest. When we move to the west, we have the 8 and the 1. That's a very lucky area, and it's also the Children and Creativity Center. So, based on the natal Bagua chart, so the west is an excellent place for a home office, a study place for the children. If you can find a place in the west sector of your home or office, then definitely that's a place to spend a lot of time this month. Okay, moving right along to the northwest, has the 7 and 9 star this month. The 7 controls the 9, so that would be, you know, it's okay. It's kind of one of those things where we have the 7 star of robbery, but the 9 is the star of future prosperity. So it's a kind of mixed bag full of energy. So I would suggest getting the email newsletter. I go into specifics more about that. It is, like I said, it's one of those places that it can go either way. In the Northwest, that's just don't put any fire element in there this month, which would be any type of fire. Be careful if you have it as a kitchen that you don't have mishaps happening with fire, and also no red influences in that space. Now, moving along to the north, we have the 2 and 4. So the 2 is the star of illness, as you know, and then the 4 is the star of academics. So it can, again, be a good placement, and 4 controls the 2, so it does have beneficial aspects to the energy there this month. The north is one of those, again, mixed bag type of places that, definitely look up the newsletter if you want more specifics on that area in the north, okay? That is the life path career area, and so if you are having issues with your career or life path, that's a great area to work in the north. Northeast, we have the 9 and 2 star, so wealth and relationship luck this month. 2 is a star of illness, 9 is a star of future prosperity. So I would just recommend a metal cure in that area for the 2 star influence, okay? All right, and then it is a good area. I don't think it's bad. It just, like, again, that whole front section, the northeast, north, and northwest are just a mixed bag this month. So I would have to take it on a case-by-case basis to see what's going on in that room. Now, when we look to the east sector, we have the 4 and 6 star. That's great energy in the east. It's the family area as well, and ancestors. So if you can have a home office for your children in the east or the west or the center, perfect. Power, talent, intelligence, and add water, a fountain in the east, or blue or black colors to enhance the flow. And then the center, as I said. Again, for the 3rd month in a row, it is the 3 star. So 6 and 8 are the numbers there, and the wealth star and the star of heavenly blessings. Very lucky area if you can work or reside in the center of the home, or put a study area in the center for the children, or you have a home office. So that would be very, very beneficial for this month coming up. So that's a very fast rundown on the flying star planetary aspects. So let's just pick a card for you. We're going to pick, this is my double healing deck, and it's the Saints and Angels and Healing with the Angels by Doreen Virtue. And I always pick a card for my community here, or 3 actually. So we've got 2 that just fell out. One more. Oh, Spirit gave us 6. Spirit gave us 5. Okay. All right. Child. Interesting. The guardian angel are saying this is so important for your children, to make sure that you have a proper study place for them as they are entering the school year. So a really important aspect is to work with your children and get them set up in an energy that is conducive to their learning, okay? And if they are going to school and coming home, even more important to have a place that they can be to really settle in and do their reading, do their writing, and have that quiet time that they need. Now, let me just say that you can also get those dividers, room dividers as well, is also a great Feng Shui tool that we use. So you can divide a room up so that the kids can have their own little area. So this is being verified by my topic today. The children are very important. Peaceful. Be very peaceful. This is the Holy Spirit coming forward and saying, be peaceful this month as much as you possibly can, with all of the hustle and bustle going on in the world and everybody going back to school. bring peace with whatever you do. Be peaceful and bring that dove-like quality to everything that you do, okay? That's really important for healing, okay? So we have Saint Padre Pio, the healing card. So, you know, with the 8/8 Lionsgate portal that just opened and the new moon in Leo and all of these planetary aspects that are going on right now, they're forcing us to heal, and they are bringing up things not because they're trying to have our life be filled with challenges or losses, but they're coming up, these challenges and things, to be healed. They come to the surface for us to take a look at them and then heal them, okay, and work through them, and not to hide, and not to mask, and not to self-soothe with addictions, but to actually heal mind, body, and soul. Every aspect is, that's what the universe is asking us to do this month, okay? So this week, you're going to get a sign from above. It's your guardian angel speaking to you. Your spirit guides are coming forward with signs. So pay attention to the signs that are coming forward for you this week, okay? Whether it's a symbol, a sound of music, some tune that's playing on the radio, listen to the words. If you are near somebody who's saying something and it catches you in a certain way and it brings something to mind, signs are everywhere. Signs and symbols are everywhere. And so what the universe is saying is that this week you will have a sign from heaven, from above. So pay attention. And you are a leader, even if you're a parent. Parents are leaders, okay? Even those who are not in a leadership position at work, you are a leader in just being an example for others. So this is Saint Joan of Arc, and Saint Joan of Arc was somebody who really fought for a cause of something she truly believed in, and maybe that's you too. Maybe you're fighting for something that you truly believe in, and whatever that is, the universe is asking you to step up and take that next step and become a leader in your community, in your family, in your peer group, in whatever way you find is important to you and only you, okay? So that's what I have for you this week, my friends. I hope that you did receive some good information that will help you and your children as they go back to school. I wish everybody a lot of health, wealth, and prosperity coming up this week. And I hope to see you next week. And until then, I just want to wish everybody a wonderful week ahead. Namaste, my friends.